These are the angriest passengers seen on Customs UK.
In Manchester, officers are always on the lookout for bags arriving from EU countries containing large amounts of tobacco. The officers need to stop and question the passengers to make sure the goods are all for personal use.
Hey, mate!
But this passenger is far from happy.
You're not. You're not. You're being cheeky and unprofessional. We're allowed them. And yes, how many we could bring in, we brought them in, we tell them we're all not allowed to do this. Why tell us we're allowed to do it? We can bring them in and then you stop us and give us this crap. You're being nice, you're being horrible. You singled us out. You stood there, watched us. You picked no one up. You see the camera, mate.
The man's aggression is starting to escalate.
You're cheeky. You're cheeky. We're allowed to buy cigarettes. We smoke. Why should we pay your government massive prices? Hey? Hey, you robbers. You robbers. 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 Oh, you carry on me now, mate. Robbers, robbers, robbers just want more money off us.
With the man now threatening to lose control, more officers arrive to help calm the situation.
Let out, let out, let out, let out.
All this before the officers have started the search.
Yeah, that's the Yankee one.
The woman's tobacco is below the guidelines, but if she's caught bringing in a similar amount again, it may be seized.
Right now, come now, home. Well, come on. Stop asking us. Get off our back.
The woman understands, but the man is still angry.
The person was actually quite angry and agitated because he'd been intercepted by my officer. I thought he was going to attack one of my colleagues, so obviously I took a position just in case, if anything was to happen, I could actually take the person down. Doesn't happen too often, but when it does happen, it can really escalate.
Thankfully, it all ends peacefully.
It's an offence because you didn't declare it. If you'd have declared it when you came in, before you came through the channels, if you'd have come to one of us and said, got this amount.
Excuse me, I've got to the end of that thing. There's no something to declare or nothing to declare.
There is a red point down there with a phone. It's right by the bag, where the bags come out. There's a possibility you would have been allowed to pay the duty on the cigarettes. But for an amount like this, 5,000 cigarettes, when you're actually only allowed to bring back 200, it's just too much.
There's one rule for one person, one rule for a different person. One customs officer will allow one customs officer will allow something totally different.
This is the kind of thing that puts small businesses out of business, and that is what they tried to stop.
No, it isn't. It's getting the money from the government.
It's a large amount, and it wasn't declared before you came through the channels. You actually came through the channels without making...
What channels you're talking about?
This point down here, that you walked through.
Show me what you're talking about.
The man doesn't have a leg to stand on, and Anne's patience is being tested to the limit.
I understand at this point there is not a green channel because there is construction work taking place. But everybody that wants to declare something should either speak to one of our officers that is stood here, or this red point here. There is a phone, and if you pick it up, you will be connected to a customs officer and you will need to declare what you have. This is a declaration. If you make this, we offer you to pay the duty. Unfortunately, you didn't do that. I had to stop you.
I came from there.
I
walked over to here.
Yes.
I'm looking for my baggage. I come around here. I get my baggage. I look here. Nothing to declare. Arrivals from European Union. Whoosh. Where's something to declare?
This is now something to declare.
Hang on. Where is something to declare?
Well, it doesn't need to say... It doesn't need to say something to declare. You can read, obviously, and that's...
Nothing to declare. Big letters.
Yes, that is. I'm not going to argue anymore. Look, goods to declare, red point. Warning, if you have failed to make the appropriate...
I didn't know that.
I'm not going to
it's
argue about it
about-
anymore. You do have the right to appeal against my decision. The rules are the rules. I'm sorry, I don't make those rules.
I know, it's just the way, it's just, you know, one for one, one for another. So I can keep these, can I?
Yes.
As a final act of generosity, Anne decides to let them have back their allowance. But the man's angry mother doesn't know how to keep quiet either.
I think they should be sorted out. They're telling us one thing and law's another thing, though. I'm sorry, but I disagree with that.
Back in Bristol, Anne's preparing for a fight with the passengers caught with 87 kilos of tobacco. They have enough tobacco to last a heavily addicted smoker 14 years,
I said to you,
but neither have yet asked for a cigarette.
you said that I took an hour to write up my notebook.
No, you left us outside waiting for
Yeah, you actually said that I took an hour to write up my notebook. That were your specific.
I said, my specific words were, you left us sitting out there for an hour in the freezing cold.
Well,
I
you
did
went
not
to write
say, but don't, let's get it straight.
Okay, well,
Little
I tell you
girl,
what.
if you're
no,
going to write...
don't try and intimidate me.
You are intimidating me.
No,
Little
not
girl,
at all.
you write
I've
it
just been
properly.
straight with you.
Do your job properly, or don't do it at all. Bring somebody else
Look,
in.
if
and
you're
do
going
it
to take
again.
this attitude,
Yes.
I'm not going to interview you.
Don't
I'll invite you back at a different date when you calm
you
down.
come to my house and interview me.
No,
invite me
that
back.
doesn't happen.
Well, you
Sorry.
find somebody else then.
Until you're prepared to speak to me in a
Well,
proper
don't
manner,
miss-
I won't
have-
deal with you.
What planet are you on, for goodness sake? You people, get to the dock, stop the people coming in. Do your job.
Okay.
You don't do the little end. You're like policemen who pick people up for barking. Catch the criminals. We're not bloody criminals.
Well, actually, it's a very large quantity of cigarettes.
Wait, no, it's tobacco. You want to get that right. But it is not a large quantity for
is a
somebody
large
that smokes
quantity.
all the time.
It's-
Two people. Really? You smoke, do you?
It's a large quantity.
Do you smoke, do
It's
you?
irrelevant
Do you
quantity.
oh, it is, because you're telling me it's a large quantity. I'm saying, do you smoke?
No,
You're
I
not
don't.
qualified to judge, are you?
I am, because
No,
I'm
you're not.
qualified.
Bring somebody in that's qualified to judge. You don't smoke. You don't know how much tobacco goes in the rollie, do you?
Yes.
You haven't got a clue.
Well, look,
Right,
I'm
so
not...
anyway, go away, bring the little girl back with what I've just said.
No, you don't speak to us like that.
Why not? This is disgraceful, and it will not end here, I can tell you. We are not criminals. You are treating us like criminals.
It's the biggest haul the team have seen in years, but the man is adamant it's not being brought in to sell on the black market. Anne's decided to interview the man to see if he's telling the truth. If not, the £11,000 worth of tobacco will all be seized and destroyed.
How much do you smoke a week on average?
I suppose 2-3 packs a day, so
2 or 3 50-gram packs.
yeah, generally 2.
Okay.
So,
How many cigarettes do you tend to make from one 50-gram pouch of tobacco? What could you get
very
to?
long, well, 30.
Okay. At one 50-gram pouch, on a good day, he gets 20 out of it. Okay, sorry. He would expect those goods to last him 9 to 10 months.
All right, give him the benefit of the doubt. 30 kilos are for him.
Yeah.
That's 600 pouches. And he reckons 10 months.
Yeah. Definitely not longer than a year. Because he bought the same amount last year. And
That means he's going to be smoking 8.5 pouches a week. Totally and utterly ridiculous.
Oh, he says he smokes 2 pouches a day. 2 to 3 pouches a day.
A day?
The only thing I haven't asked her is about rolling. Because are we allowed to ask her? Are
What do you
we?
mean? Going to roll you what?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you to roll one of these for me.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
not playing any silly games.
Well, you've said that you can roll.
Listen, look, I've been very good. I've played the game.
Yeah,
You've
but
asked
I'm
all
not
the
asking.
questions. You've asked, and if you really think at 65 years old, I haven't smoked all my life, I'm now going to play a silly game.
I'm asking you to roll one cigarette.
No way. I'm not being silly. No way. That's insulting.
The 2 other passengers have had their goods seized. And now the moment of truth. Anne has to decide if the angry passenger gets to keep his tobacco. And he's not going to be happy.
I've looked over what has been said today, and you failed to satisfy me that the tobacco is for your own use for the following reasons. I'll give you the reasons. 1, the excessive quantity is actually 9 times over the guideline of what you are supposed to bring in from an...
Not when I'm supposed to smoke, yeah, fine. When you say guideline...
Yeah, there is a guideline of 3,000...
It's a guideline.
Yeah, but it's still 90... I'm giving you my... I'm not going to argue about it. I'm giving you my reasons. Consumption, 3 pouches a day is grossly excessive.
Right, yeah, OK, go on. Right, you're going to tell me what to
You've got no smoking paraphernalia at all.
That's correct.
You refuse to roll a cigarette for no reason.
Correct. Not for no reason. I made it clear
It's not
to you
credible.
that I'm not going to demonstrate.
Okay, fine. You refuse to
drink a cup of tea.
I didn't ask you to
a bottle of wine.
drink
No,
a
I'm
cup of
telling
tea.
you that. You asked me to do something just as benign.
Look, can you just listen,
Can I
please?
just sign it, please, and we can get to the court?
Right. It's not credible to import this quantity when travelling again in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Inconsistencies in your account. You actually said...
Inconsistencies in my account?
Just let me finish,
Yeah, go on,
right?
let's hear it.
You actually said that on the same flight, your son and a female friend of his travelled, whereas your wife told Mr. Hanlon that nobody else that you knew travelled. That is the point. That is the point.
If we were travelling on
We're
our
not
own?
going to...
When you were being questioned, did they ask you if you're travelling on our own? Yeah, well, we are.
Well, you're not because you know that...
Well, no, I
so are
knew
you
another lady I was
suggesting
sitting beside.
that Mrs. Stevens didn't know that her own son was also
what
on the
I'm saying
flight?
to you is, we are travelling on our own. That's what my wife said. Anyway, get to it.
It's also not credible to get only 20, or 30 or even 40 cigarettes from a 50-gram pouch of tobacco.
Right then.
Generally, you would get at least 80 to 100 cigarettes out of...
Not if you roll them in a bag.
What, so are you suggesting that you roll them...
I'm not suggesting anything. Let's go to court and have my solicitor run rings round you.
If you could sign. Look, you need to sign the date as well.
Sign the date. You put the date. You don't
Look,
sign
I'm
the
not
date.
going to argue with you about sign.
I'm just trying to get you to behave correctly.
I don't think I need you to teach me how to do that.
Somebody needs to teach you.
I could say the same about you.
Anne's ordeal is finally over.
He was trying to intimidate me, I think perhaps because he thought I was a girl, like he was calling me little girl and stuff and waving his finger in my face, but that doesn't intimidate me. He was just nitpicking at things really because he knew that he hadn't got a leg to stand on.
The passengers walk away empty-handed, having lost 87 kilos, which will now all be destroyed. In Manchester, UK border officers are on the lookout for people bringing in more than 200 cigarettes on a flight from Gran Canaria. They spot 2 bags full of cigarettes. Kevin puts them back on the carousel, giving the passengers the opportunity to declare the excess, using the phone provided in the customs red channel. Ignoring the signs, they walk through nothing to declare. And the passengers aren't happy to hear that the goods will now all be seized.
There's no signage that we have to go pick a phone up.
No, there's a...
So there's nothing telling me to pick a phone up.
When you walk in here...
So can you categorically say I didn't go near that phone?
I can do, yeah, because I watched it. I went round the back of the belt, I x-rayed the flight. I seen you pick up your bags off the belt, and I watched you walk towards the green channel. You never went anywhere near the goods to declare channel. You walked straight into the green channel saying, yeah, nothing to declare. Okay? It's going to be no tax. It's going to be seized from you today.
The red phones have been there for years, but the man's still hoping to bend the rules.
There you go.
What's the crack here?
As the officers already said, there's signs out there.
No, there's nothing that says we have to pick a phone up though, is there?
Come on. We can't, there's nothing we can do. If you'd have declared them at the red point, you could have paid the dues.
Of course there's something you can do.
There's not.
No, I've never brought anything back in my life.
Now other passengers decide to get involved.
No reason because they love to
It's not signs, you know.
I'm talking to you, mate. I'm talking to you. Well, I'm not listening to you.
Right, I'll just show you the red point where the gentleman that's just been very abusive to us about not having the opportunity to declare the cigarettes. This is where he should have come. Bringing in excess goods, you should declare them at the red point. The gentleman's argument was there is no staff behind the red point. We tried to explain that there's a red phone there for him to use, and he said, well, he shouldn't have to do that. There's no signs telling you to do that. And there quite clearly is. It says there, goods to declare, you must speak to an officer or make your declaration using the red telephone. So, he's not got a leg to stand on, I'm afraid.
And now the man decides to turn nasty.
The fact that, you know, you've got an asshole like you, and you've got a manager who's got no discretion, you're not going to be sweeping the floor.
Unfortunately, that's the way people get, it's just, they get upset because they're having a cigarette seized from them.
After 2 hours, the men are starting to test the officer's patience.
There you go. That is my argument. Right. Whether it goes to appeal or not, he won't get his cigarettes back. Okay. You won't get your cigarettes back because you've entered the goods nothing to declare channel, stating that you've got nothing to declare. And I followed you straight to the green channel.
Dad, just it. Can't be to do. It's just job worse.
Well, I was going to say that we've got more pressing things to do than stand here arguing with you.
I couldn't agree with you more.
The already tense exchange is about to escalate.
Again, you need to just learn that you learn what? Man, why are you talking like that?
Don't talk to me like I'm a piece of lad.
Hold on, you're the one who was talking to us like this.
So laughing for no reason. Don't try to tell me what to do. Stand
He's having a conversation.
I'll tell you now, you can have less of that now, otherwise I'll arrest you and I'll have you upstairs.
Right, let's just...
So pack it in now.
And they were getting quite abusive, and it was getting to the stage where we thought they might be having to arrest them for obstruction or even assault. But it was getting close to them. It looked like they were going to lash out. Right, I've not been rude or abusive job. I've tried to be... Luckily, we talked them round and they've left in the end, but I'm not very happy. He's had the cigarettes seized. Just straight down there and then round to your left.
The illegal cigarettes will now be destroyed. In Gatwick, officers are x-raying the bags off a flight from Turkey. But straight away, the officers find over 4,000 cigarettes. They then head upstairs to see who collects the bags. They watch as the passengers walk straight through nothing to declare. It's at this point the offence has been committed.
You've come into the green nothing to declare channel, which means you've got no more than 1 litre of spirits each, one packet of 200 cigarettes each, as long as you're over 17.
Well, I've got 200 cigarettes, but...
How many have you got?
I've got 2,000 myself, and you've got 2,000 of our own brain.
It's a clear-cut offence, and the man won't be happy with the result.
By coming into the green channel, over the allowances, you have committed an offence.
Right, go for it.
So, because you've come into the green channel, the penalty will be today is for me to seize all the cigarettes from you.
Sorry,
no.
If I can go over to France...
Yeah, but France...
Legally, no, I can legally go over to France with a 7.5-tonne lorry, fill it up with one make come through, legally, and I can't be done for it. Doesn't matter how many you bring through.
Yeah, but that is because it's going to Europe and tax has been paid into Europe. By buying them in Turkey, it's outside the European... Yeah, but not to the European Union.
That was our fault.
Yeah, but the problem is you've come... Turkey's not in the European Union.
Turkey's in Europe.
But it's not in the European Union.
Well,
and by not being in the European Union, that means tax is not paid into the European Union, which is why you have an allowance of 200.
The man
Anything
thinks
over that
he knows
must
his
be declared
geography,
in the red
but
channel.
he clearly doesn't know the law.
But you
it's as simple
arrest
as
me
that.
because I'm taking your with me.
You won't be taking your cigarettes with you.
Who's stopping me? No. At the end of the day...
I'm not being rude.
At the end of the day, it's my hard-earned money that's bought them, and she wants to take them so they can
we should be able
chuck
to
them in
now
the
pay the
incinerator.
tax.
It's wrong.
We've said, OK, that's fair enough, hands up. We'll pay the tax.
Totally
that's
wrong.
unfair.
Yeah, but you've committed an offence. But you've committed an offence by coming into the green channel. It's an outright offence.
Where they come from?
Turkey.
Turkey. You're at 200 each.
In the European...
That's it.
I'll come from Europe.
Makes no difference.
But not the European Union.
200.
It's a difference.
The man decides to take the law into his own hands.
No, I'm going round the red channel, sorry.
No, you're too
No.
Come down there.
You've come into the green channel.
Right, I'll take them.
No.
200 are allowed to be mine.
No,
You've
by
just said
coming
I'm
into...
allowed 200.
But by coming
You've
into
lost
the...
them.
By coming into the
Give me the
channel...
paperwork, arrest me.
Get a bag.
No, them. A lot of them. I'm not... This is my own money. It's my own money, which I've got ended up from. This was a family holiday. I paid for it from my grand stepdad legacy, and they're going to take even more money from me. Bad enough, the government ripping you off and inheritance tax and every other tax, and then these do the same.
Taking cigarettes from tired passengers can often boil over into angry confrontations. Sam hopes she's seen the last of this man's temper.
Back down, mate. I'm not going to anyone. Because if I did, it would be you looking at me like that. Believe you me, you'd be on your with it. Well, he's standing there.
There's cigarettes at the end of the day. Let them do what they want to do. We're going to burn them anyway. Forget about it.
Well, we were going to burn them one by one.
Forget about it.
The gentleman wasn't too happy about the fact that I was seizing his cigarettes. but it is a right offence coming in from Turkey. You are only allowed 1 packet of 200 cigarettes. You have to be over the age of 17. And they were in very much in excess of their allowances.
Good evening.
It was until we met you.
Have you ever been stopped by customs before? All right, the way to do it is by answering the questions, all right? Okay. Well, you're going to have to answer them. Go around and bring your bags over to the bench, please.
Officers often face angry passengers, and the man seems annoyed at being stopped.
Excuse me?
I'll show you this guy.
Well, if you grab the suitcase, then come over to the bench, all right?
The man's already angry, but things are only going to get worse when he finds out Az will be seizing all his cigarettes.
How long were you away for?
2 months.
All right. What was the purpose of your visit? I'm sorry?
Family business, isn't it?
Okay. I'm going to look inside your bags. Did you pack everything yourself?
Yeah, no, my uncle.
Do you know what's inside the bags?
Clothes, isn't it?
All right. Has your uncle's packed it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you understand you can't bring any controlled drugs, indecent, obscene material, firearms into the country?
Yeah.
Do you know what your allowance for cigarettes are?
Huh?
Do you know what your allowance for cigarettes are?
Well, just do your job, mate.
Do you know what your allowance are?
Go on.
Have you got any cigarettes in here?
Yeah, I've got cigarettes in here.
How many have you got?
Tuna.
A tonner?
Yeah, tuna.
What's it, 20?
Yeah.
All right. Your allowance is only 200, okay? So you've got 20 sleeves. It's too many, okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the man's mood changes.
Do you work at the moment? Excuse me.
Yeah, tell to me
Look,
why is
look,
the camera on my face?
I'm going to do these bags,
yeah,
okay?
Tell the guy's a little
Right, well, there's no need to be like that.
Tell him to move then.
All right.
Move the camera, but you understand.
You seeing this here?
With the passenger getting aggressive, Officer Gary steps in.
What do you know?
Go and read it here.
Yeah, go and read
You
it.
threaten or intimidate the staff,
Yeah.
you could be arrested.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you carry on like that and you find yourself in a cell.
All right, mate, no
So
problem.
you keep your mouth shut and they go with this, okay?
He was quite obstructive. He's not, I wouldn't say he's an easy passenger. He was quite obstructive.
So how much are you allowed? 200 or 400?
200. But because you haven't declared them,
200.
you won't be... Yeah, that's right.
But the man won't be leaving with his allowance.
If you go over 200, you lose everything.
Yeah.
Once you exceed your allowance, you lose the right to an allowance. So therefore, today you'll be going home with no cigarettes. Do you understand that? No, that won't be going back.
What?
I just explained.
Allowed 200 or that's 200.
Just explained it to you.
200.
Once you exceed your allowance, you lose the right.
Everything.
If you let me finish. you
What
lose-
wage just for
The man has exceeded his allowance by 5,000 cigarettes. He's not best pleased he'll be leaving with none.
Yeah,
25
sleeves.
26.
26 sleeves.
26 sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now, what I'm going to do, okay,
What you're going to do is what you're going to do.
I'm going to get some paperwork sorted out for you and get you going, all right?
Keep happy, mate. Be happy and that.
All right.
Az tries to educate the passenger so he doesn't make the same mistake again.
This is a receipt to say I've seized
Yeah.
5,200 cigarettes, yeah? I'm also giving you a warning letter. Remember about bringing in large amounts of cigarettes. Here's a copy for your records. This is, hang on, I haven't finished yet, your copy yet. Bit premature there. That's for you, the original. Yeah, listen.
Come on.
You keep going away.
What do I need that for?
This is information about what you bring in, and there's a right to appeal as well. If you wait 2 minutes, you can get that as well.
The man is eager to leave,
Thanks for your time.
but if he doesn't want cigarettes seized from him again, he'll need to watch his step. In Manchester, officers are dealing with a difficult customer.
You might want to just go and stand with Liz. Martin's in there as well,
Okay.
just the bloke who stopped us a bit arsey. I don't know whether there's anyone else in there, that's all.
The passenger has returned from the Caribbean.
I've still got the keys outside.
It's a known source of cocaine,
Yeah, but why can't I tell her to come inside?
but he isn't making things easy for Liz.
Why did she go out before you? Because I'm not asking you, I'm not answering your questions. Do your search. If you find anything, lock me up. If you don't find no, you're a oh,
The man can't believe he's a suspect, but he also can't seem to read the signs.
You're not going to believe this.
Excuse me, I've told you you
Got
can't
stuff
use your
like
phone.
this
Excuse me,
outside of the car.
excuse me, I've told you you can't use your phone.
Come
Excuse
inside.
me. She can't come inside.
Liz had a number of reasons for stopping the passenger, but now it's his behaviour that's causing the most concern.
You're going to pack them back up, yeah?
I am going to
Pack them back up properly, yeah?
I will pack it.
With the man getting more aggressive, the other officers keep an eye on the situation.
And because you're on TV, you think you're a professional, it's stupid. You're like I don't watch this thing all the time. What do you call it? Australian bomb.
The man seems confused about what country he's in. Meanwhile, Liz attempts to continue her search.
Can you get your dog?
As long as I find everything, I'm not just looking for drugs. Looking for anything else you shouldn't have.
Like what?
Like weapons, excess cigarettes.
Shut up.
Okay, what I'm doing now, we've got a machine that tests for traces of drugs. Have you ever used or been in contact with drugs?
I said, no, you've asked me the question already. I don't take drugs.
Right, okay, that's fine then.
Do your little swabs, whatever you want to do.
The man then accuses the officers of racism.
You always say it's random, it's bullshit. Like the guy said on TV, you're all racist. That's what it is. Stupid, it is racist. I didn't see one white person get stopped. No, but it has to be me in it. It's weird, that, isn't it?
We've stopped other people on this flight already today.
No, whatever.
You can believe me or not.
I don't believe you anyway.
Right.
But it turns out the passenger has a reason for being annoyed at the delay.
This is taking the Why today? Do you know what day is today? My birthday. That's why I'm really off. I'm just gonna go home, enjoy my 21st, just like every other 21-year-old on the birthday, but to get stopped by custom on your birthday. Any other day, would I not be bothered?
Okay.
With the search over, the man decides to push his luck.
If you don't find what you're looking for, since you can't reimburse me for my taxi costs, I'd like an apology, a verbal apology. Is that okay? Is that much too much to ask?
I'm sorry if I'm wasting your time.
That's fine. Obviously it's not a good day, it's my birthday, what a shame, but you haven't found anything, so that's it really. It's annoying when you get picked out, but it's funny what's on purpose.
Finally, Liz and the man seem to agree on something.
I am not doing 5-10 years. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just work like everybody else.
Some people do, unfortunately.
Drug smuggling through airports is big business for organised gangs. Today, Customs have a tip-off that passengers carrying cocaine will be arriving in Bristol from Amsterdam.
We've already had a word with immigration. Once they've been pointed out, we've got 2 officers that are ready to do the arrest.
With no idea what they look like, John's team are hoping to get a point out from immigration and will then stop and search the suspects.
30s. The lady has got an address in Holland and an address in the US, but we think they're both UK nationals. Basically, you can smuggle drugs in anything. We've had it in baby's milk powder, in tins of fruit, in tins of vegetables, meat even. They just adapt and improve their techniques, and we've got to make sure that we keep up with that and find it and keep it off the streets.
It turns out the female passenger is an American national, and the answers she gives to immigration's questions are already revealing lies.
The woman with the orange jacket on is sat down behind immigration, or in front of immigration. That's the woman.
She's staying with him at this address, travelling alone.
Super. I've got to go just in case he goes through. That's brilliant.
The passengers have split up, but an immigration officer at passport control identifies the suspect and gives John and Erica a discreet nod. The tip-off was that the passengers are bringing in cocaine. The lies at passport control are suspicious, but John needs to find the evidence or they'll be free to go.
Do you want me?
Hello, sir. Customs. You travelling on your own today? Who are you travelling with?
Well, my girlfriend, she's still the other side. She's an American citizen, so she's being held up there.
Oh, right, OK. And is this all your luggage?
That's hers, that's mine, and this is mine.
OK. So why have you picked your girlfriends up then?
Being polite.
Right, OK. You just want to come through with me then? And does she live with you full-time, or is she just here on vacation?
Just here visiting.
OK. Have you got a ticket for your flight?
The man's admission that he's travelling with his girlfriend contradicts her story at immigration, and the route they've flown sounds like an attempt to avoid customs attention.
And you've come in from Amsterdam. Were you anywhere before Amsterdam?
Yep, Texas, Frankfurt, and Chicago.
So how long have you been out of the UK?
Since Thursday.
All right. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
All right, when did you get married?
Friday.
Oh. Do you ever use any drugs?
Nah.
No? What about your girlfriend?
Nope. done in the past, but I decided to get my act together.
Do you still smoke then, or not?
No, I'm trouble now.
Well, you're completely clean. You must have a vice.
The female passenger has been interviewed by immigration and can now be searched by customs.
But from Dallas to Frankfurt, Germany.
Right.
And then Frankfurt, Germany to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to
here.
Bristol.
Right.
Their flight plans match up, but the woman is very nervous.
I really have to pee. Is there some point, I mean, does somebody want to go with me to the bathroom? I just gotta pee. If you're gonna watch me pee, I just gotta go.
Because the woman is possibly carrying drugs, Erica must accompany her to the toilet.
Okay.
But it turns out to be just nerves. And John's bag search has also turned up nothing.
It was looking really good because the woman at immigration said that she's on her own. He came down, started fiddling with his mobile to text her, picked up her bag and brought her bag through while she was still at immigration. After, not obviously, he may not have known that she had said that she was on her own.
You finished the bags?
Yeah, I'll do some testing.
The last thing to do is swab the bags for drugs. If this comes up negative, John will be forced to let the suspects go. The test result proves that the anonymous tip-off claiming they were carrying drugs was false.
Okay, what we do, we'll pack you back up?
Yeah.
Quite happy, really.
Yeah.
He's very calm. I just don't understand why she would have told the immigration officer she's travelling on her own.
They've got a problem.
Have they?
Yeah. She's been for a long time. She's in the business now.
Ah, right, I see.
Which would justify why they split.
But he's completely clean. Shoes, bag, passport.
But what began as a customs search has identified an immigration problem, and their contradictory accounts will help immigration with their inquiries.
But she said she was travelling on her own at the interception point.
Have you got that set up nicely for us if you don't want? She's not disclosed that.
Oh, right, okay. I've just been to speak to immigration, and there's a problem with her passport in that it looks like she's doing lots of trips in and around Europe, possibly to disguise the fact that she's been staying in the UK for longer than she perhaps should be. And because she's made untruthful statements to immigration, it looks highly likely that they're going to be sending her back to the United States.
The couple are given the all clear by customs, but the female passenger will be detained, which won't please her new husband.
Immigration are keeping her there for the time being. They want to have a chat with her. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to help you with that. I mean,
The thing is,
I'm not.
just because of my appearance.
No, it wasn't that.
No?
No. I can assure you it wasn't anything to do with your appearance.
Okay.
All right?
You can deny
I mean,
that.
there are... Your wife has said things which are concerning immigration at the moment, and that's why they want to talk to her about it.
That wasn't why you pulled us in there, was it?
I pulled you in separate to your wife.
You pulled me in because of my appearance.
It had nothing to do with your appearance.
I'm afraid I think it was.
All right, but
I think you're being prejudiced.
Okay.
I think it sucks.
The man's anger gets him nowhere, and he storms off alone. UK border officers in Dover face a 24-hour tide of trucks and cars. Smugglers use the sheer volume of traffic as a cover, and it's the job of the selectors to pick out vehicles to be searched.
There's a selector over the freight lane that has been selecting certain vehicles. And this vehicle here that we've intercepted today is in connection with a heroin job that they intercepted last week.
With information suggesting links to a previous heroin seizure, sniffer dog Millie and handler Nikki are brought in to speed up the search.
I've got a few of my colleagues having a look at the moment. There could be either a concealment space in there or, even better, a large quantity of money going outward bounds.
The driver isn't happy. Dealing with angry drivers is a daily hazard.
I don't have no rights. That's my home, my sleeper. I'm not letting dogs fur all over my bed. Simple.
When the dog starts to, you can go in and have a look around. If you want to make a play,
I have dogs. Dogs walk with shit. I let their own balls. They have no shit.
The officers have the power, but they're trying to respect the man's wishes.
Well, if you're telling me you're going to put that dog on, I want her to say that you are allowed to. I am saying I do not want that dog to go on that dog.
Yeah, I mean, what we
It's my right, and I'm asking you not to put the dog in, and you're saying you are, by law you can't, so I want you to give me a black and white. Is that fair?
That's fair, I can go and get you
Okay, listen, see dogs, I love dogs up. I have no bar with dogs. No problem with dogs.
Okay, well,
it's my bed.
Like, I know
I live.
what you're saying exactly. All right, just calm down a little bit.
With the information linked to a previous heroin job, the driver's reluctance to let Millie into his truck is raising suspicions.
The driver's obviously not too happy about the dog going in the cab, so we're just getting the forms to say that we are actually allowed to go in there.
But they've now found the rules that give them the power to search, with or without his permission.
26 and 27, that you can use a dog as a living tool.
Right.
So,
With the law on their side, the team can now get on with searching the truck.
What we'll do, we'll put the dog in now. Do you want to come and see us through stages? Okay.
The intelligence team selected this truck to be searched in relation to a recent heroin seizure. Sniffer dog Millie is looking for drugs or cash which may be connected to crime.
This guy's Irish. Recently we've had quite a few jobs from Irish vehicles coming into the country, largely being Class A.
Searching a massive truck like this can take hours, but sniffer dogs like Millie can do it in a matter of minutes.
Come on in, Millie.
With the cab search over, Millie checks the driver.
Okay, that's great, thank you. Good girl. No, I didn't get anything from that. Didn't go in the load because it's frozen meat, so just did the outside in the cab.
That's great, sir. Sorry about that. We've done with the dog now, so what I'll do...
If the driver didn't want Millie in his cab, he certainly doesn't want her in his trailer full of meat, and the officers decide to search it themselves. They find nothing, and the truck is free to go, for now.
Spoke to the selector. He's happy. He's got the paperwork, and he's going to evaluate it going out. Maybe stop it coming back in, but going out, perfectly happy with it. All right, sir. Thanks very much for your time. Sorry to be a problem. There's your stuff. Okay, this is the complaints, all right? If you're not happy, I've said that you've been compliant. You've been no problems at all. I've just said you weren't happy with the dog going in. Okay? Okay, thanks very much for your time.
Lorry searches do take time, and the officers are well versed in dealing with drivers upset at the delay.
We do come across that, but we are actually allowed to go in the vehicle, so she didn't mark anywhere, she had clean feet.
As an insulted Millie ambles off, the driver leaves happily in his dog hair-free cab. At Birmingham Airport, one of the daily flights from Dubai has just landed. As passengers collect their luggage from the reclaim area, Officer John is observing two men travelling together who separated as they came through immigration.
Yeah, he just brought his stuff out. I thought he was on the moon.
It's suspicious behaviour, so John decides to stop the first of the passengers as he comes through the customs channels.
Hello, sir. Where have you arrived from today, please? Dubai. Could I just see your passport, please? Thank you. You're travelling by yourself today?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just been away for holiday?
Yeah, just 6 days.
How long were you away for?
6, 7 days, man.
6, 7 days?
Yeah.
Visiting family?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what family have you got?
Why ask? Oh, the copy stopped already, man.
Yeah, and I'm just... Fortunately, this is the way we do things. Okay, hold on.
There's nothing in here, man.
No, don't open it yet.
Your time.
No, yeah, but I need to ask the questions first. So this is your bag, yeah?
Yeah, this is my bag.
Did you pack it yourself?
Yes.
Are you aware of the contents of the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you carrying anything for anyone else?
No.
Okay. Are you aware that there's certain things you can't bring into England?
Yes.
Such as controlled drugs?
Yes, man.
Firearms?
Yes.
Weapons?
Firearms, you know. Are you mad?
Weapons? Indecent, obscene material?
Come on, man. Just open the bag, man. I want to go, man.
Listen, I'm asking the questions.
Oh,
okay. Are you aware of your allowances that you're allowed to bring in, such as cigarettes and alcohol?
Yes.
So do you have anything to clear the customs?
Nothing at all, man.
Nothing at
Do
all.
your thing, man.
Okay. The sooner I do this, the sooner we can all finish, okay?
John becomes concerned by the man's aggressive nature and his claims that he's travelling alone.
could just stay off your phone for me as well, please. Okay, you need to look what I'm doing and you need to cut the phone call, okay? You need to cut the phone call. You can't have phones in the area.
Relax, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm relaxed, okay? And the sooner we get this done, the sooner you can be on your way.
Alright, man. Do your
okay?
thing, man. Do your thing.
Excellent.
I'm just wasting your time, man.
Not wasting anyone's time.
That's it. Put this on.
Yeah, put it on, help yourself.
As the man becomes more and more erratic, John suspects he may have something to hide.
There you go, look, I'm even folding them for you.
Who's asking you to fold them?
I know, I'm just trying to be pleasant, aren't
No one's asking
I? If I'm pleasant, you can be pleasant.
With every step of the search causing an argument, he may be here a long time.
Okay then, I'll just leave it there for you, you can do what you like with it. What's in here?
Nothing much, man.
Nothing much, tell me what it is.
Just flavour, man.
Flavoured.
Shisha, man.
Say again?
It's nothing. Open it, see for yourself.
The man is being deliberately vague about his tub containing shisha tobacco.
So what do? Do you eat it or drink it or? You chew it?
For flights outside the EU, passengers are allowed to carry just 250 grams of loose tobacco. The tub is 4 times the allowance.
So what is it like, sugar or tobacco?
But it's only one, isn't it? I'm allowed to carry one.
Yeah, I just wonder what else, I've never seen it before.
So there's only one. I'm only carrying
Okay,
one.
I'm just going to leave it there for a second.
That's it, mate.
Nothing else?
No, nothing else.
You got anything in your pockets there?
No, you want to search me? I've already been searched. You want to search me
No,
again?
all I was asking you about your jeans pockets, that's all.
But despite his assurances that he's carrying nothing else, a further item is found in his suitcase.
Yeah, what's that in there?
That's probably girl's food, isn't it? I brought the bag from a girl, innit? So it must be. What do you think it is?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
Paranoid.
Oh,
With the man being evasive, John suspects he may have discovered an illegal substance.
Just don't say anything,
man,
okay?
That's Tampax, man. What the girls put on for their periods, man.
Okay, just like I say.
These guys getting excited for no reason, you know.
Just calm
Don't
me.
get excited, man.
Look, am I getting...
controlled drug.
Do I look excited?
Get out of here, man. I'm back this. Yeah, that's cocaine, isn't it?
That's what I can check, isn't it? That's what I can check, okay?
That's not cocaine,
So I'm just going to go and check. So you stay here with this officer. Okay, keep calm and we'll be back out.
A sanitary towel is taken away to see if it's concealing drugs. Meanwhile, officers have intercepted the passenger's suspected travelling companion and confiscated more than 12 kilograms of loose tobacco.
Do you still want to complain, yeah?
The results on the sanitary towel show no traces of drugs.
Don't give it to me, man. It's cocaine in it. You keep it for souvenir side.
No, but
Officers suspect the man's performance may have been an unsuccessful distraction tactic to prevent his travelling companion from being stopped.
Just the type of character he was. Some people just don't like dealing with officials, and he was one of those. There you go, sir.
Yeah, man.
Thanks very much. Have a nice day.
Have a bad day.
In Gatwick, the baggage X-ray has picked up a suspiciously empty suitcase, and customs want to talk to the passenger. Officers have to tackle all kinds of passenger, and some are more cooperative than others.
Hi, sir. Hi, where have you come from today? Tripoli, yeah? Okay, just want to bring your bag over here for us. Just here.
Officers ask simple questions to work out if further investigation is needed. But this man is making things difficult.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll try and make this as painless as possible.
Well, you need to be quick, yeah?
But I understand I've got to do my job, though, yeah? Just, first of all, whereabouts are you going to in the UK? Where's home for you here?
Well, I live here.
Yeah, where's home?
Check it in your system.
Right, if you tell me, then I won't have to go and check it.
There you go and check it.
No, if you do, just tell me where you go.
Give me a break, just let me go.
Why have you been out there for a week?
I don't need to tell you.
Well, I'm a customs officer.
Yeah, but I don't need to tell you.
All right.
That's not your business.
Did you pack the bags yourself?
Yes, yeah.
And do you know what's inside your bags?
Listen, I have just opened it.
All right.
Can you just...
Well, if you can open your bag up and let's have a quick look inside again.
Officers were alerted by the empty bag, but are now very intrigued by the man's demeanour.
Just got an empty bag, yeah? All right. Okay, that's all right.
No.
I won't need to take everything out.
My son is just looking for me. Just get...
All right, sir. All right. Sir. All right, leave me to this, all right, and I'll finish, and then you can be on your way, all right? Just let me do my job.
Finish and let me go, idiot.
How much money have you got there?
You can count it. It is your money.
No, it's your money, so
Yes,
tell me how much you got.
What does that have to do with you?
Sorry?
What does that have to do with you?
I just would like to know how much you've got there.
I don't need to tell you.
All right, fair enough.
Imbecile.
Unless the man starts to cooperate, this baggage search could take quite some time.
Hang on, I haven't finished yet. It's all right. Sir, let
This
go.
is my document. Let's have a look.
Yeah. So I need to have a look at that.
No.
All right.
It's my document. This is special.
That's special, is it?
Yeah.
Right, I need to have a quick look.
No. This is my document. That's special. Don't need to have a look at this.
Anything you have in your baggage, sir, is liable for me to have a look at. All right.
I don't need to read my stuff.
Stay there. Stay there.
The man's erratic behaviour is still causing concern.
All right, you're not being very helpful, sir, are you? Just want to leave that stuff there a second.
Some background checks reveal this isn't his first brush with the authorities.
Yes, CRO September 6 violence, drug premises, damage, subject of
Fits in.
Yeah, NFA, local appearance, or in charge of it.
Right. I'll go and get
To rule out any possibility the man's carrying drugs, they need to search him and swab his shoes.
I've spoken to an independent senior officer, all right, and they've authorised a rub-down search of your person.
What does that mean?
Just like a pat-down search like that, okay? What we do is, we'll take your stuff with you and we'll go to there's a private room just out there, all right? You got it?
Out the back, the man continues to make things difficult.
Yeah, just place it on the bed for us. That's right, just place it on the bed and you can see it when it's done. I'd rather you just place it on the bed. Sir, please.
You can search.
I'd rather you just place it on the bed. You just do a swab of them. Thanks. It's got 2 mobile phones plus another SIM card. But again, nothing on the shoes, so there's no other reason to hold them. So, all right.
In the end, it was all a lot of fuss about nothing.
The smallest reason someone can just kick off, and he just threw his dummy out the pram and just chucked everything around, and that was about as much as he could do. You know, in those first couple of seconds, if it's going to be worth it or not. With him, and it's definitely worth taking further, just to see what his story was, really.
In Manchester, an early morning flight from Paphos has just touched down. It's within the EU, so passengers are entitled to bring back as much tobacco as they like, as long as they aren't receiving any money.
So you got some cigarettes there? Yeah. Who are they for?
Well, for me,
Yeah.
and my brother-in-laws who smoke the tobacco.
All right. Are they just giving you the price that you paid for over there?
Az is surprised by the woman's honesty.
She's already explained to me that she's going to get the cost price for some of the goods, which, as an EU traveller, is not permitted because those who aren't travelling aren't entitled to that privilege.
Az gives her another chance to explain.
Can you identify what you're actually giving away to your friend, family?
Well, yeah, obvious.
Is it just the gold leaf yours? Are you giving any of the tobacco away to anybody?
No, I'm going to start out on my own.
Have you ever rolled your own?
No.
So
But you can buy machines.
you can?
I will give presents away as them, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Are you saying to me that once you've finished your cigarettes, you're going to start rolling?
No, I'll give
All right.
them as presents. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
them off.
No, I'm not going to take them out. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying to me.
The woman now says she'll give away the tobacco as presents, which is fine, but she's still making things difficult.
Is this all your luggage?
Yeah.
Did you pack everything yourself?
Yeah.
Do you understand what you can and can't bring into the country? Like,
Yeah.
you can't bring any controlled drugs like indecent, obscene
No,
material,
well, I'll tell
firearms.
you,
hurry up, just open
Yeah?
them
Do you
all
understand you
up.
can't bring them into the country?
Now, I've got 10 guns in there, 14
Okay, now.
guns.
I hope you haven't.
You can take them, I'm
Okay.
not really.
Right, well, I don't want to take them off you, okay?
Az tries again to help the woman keep her tobacco.
But what I need you to understand is that when you bring goods in for somebody else, I asked you a question. The question was, are you just getting the cost price for the goods?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, right, which is nice, and it's
Yeah,
nice to be
yes, please.
straightforward about it.
I do,
However,
and now.
are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're not travelling with you, you can't receive any payment for the goods.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
well,
if
I'm
money
not-
is exchanged for these goods, that's not permitted.
I'm not selling them.
I know, but you're getting the cost price for the goods, aren't you?
No.
That's what you just said.
I didn't, I said they were presents.
Right. I asked you a question, and I know what you said. You need to remember you can only bring in tobacco for yourselves. Giving them away as gifts is not a problem. However, if you're getting cost price that you paid over there, that's not permitted.
Well, I would have brought a lot more than that.
Well, I don't know that. Just remember you
Sorry,
can't
Liz.
receive any. You can't receive any payment.
I don't want
Do you know?
No one's got any money to pay me.
Finally, the message appears to have sunk in.
Quickest way out, straight down there, to the right, and then left. I asked her if she was receiving any payment for the goods. And she says, yes, she'll be receiving the cost price. She was a bit nervous, perhaps, coming back after such a long flight. Gave her the benefit of the doubt, because after a while she did change her story. She seemed happy by my decision. Hopefully she'll remember not to bring in goods for other people who aren't travelling with her.
This afternoon, luggage is being scanned from a Lithuanian flight. And Officer Hazel finds one bag on the X-ray, which he suspects contains a large quantity of cigarettes.
If the cigarettes have originated in the European Union, their allowance is 3,200. If they're non-EU cigarettes, they're only entitled to 200. So we have to work out where those cigarettes have come from. But until we speak to the passengers, we won't know.
Once the bag is identified, it's placed back on the carousel for the passenger to pick it up. Officers will observe closely to see who collects it and then stop them for questioning.
Hello there. Hello. Where have you just flown in from? Just bring your bag. Are you travelling together?
Yes.
Yes, just bring your bags over here for me for a minute, please. Sorry. Do you have your passports, please?
Yes.
Do you speak English?
No.
Only one of the women speaks English, so she'll act as a translator for a friend.
And she lives in Lithuania.
Do you have anything to declare to customs?
No.
Do you have any alcohol, cigarettes or tobacco
Yes,
that you've
I
bought?
have alcohol.
Okay. Can you ask her if she has any alcohol?
No, she doesn't have any alcohol.
What about cigarettes or tobacco?
Yes, she has cigarettes.
Oh, right, okay. How many?
She has about 10 cartons.
10 cartons. Okay, let's have a quick look.
Hazel knows from the X-ray that the passengers are lying about the number of cigarettes they're carrying, so she checks their suitcases for the evidence. If the cigarettes have been bought outside of the EU, they'll all be seized.
Where did you buy these? In Lithuania?
But the writing on the packets, along with the way in which the cigarettes have been packed, makes Hazel think otherwise.
Why have you done this? I'm just wondering why she's wrapped them up in bras and things in her underwear.
The 10 cartons the women declared they're carrying is a gross underestimate.
4,500.
Well, it's got 880.
But it's not just the quantity that's concerning Hazel.
I don't think that's Lithuanian writing. We will check.
Translating the writing on the packets will give officers an idea about where the cigarettes have come from.
Look up nicotine.
Okay.
The writing on the packets looks Russian.
So that nicotine is the Russian version. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
they look Russian.
Naughty people, they're Russians.
The goods will be seized from the women, unless they can prove they purchased them within the EU.
These are Russian cigarettes. That means that you're only entitled to bring in 200 of them.
But we bought them in Lithuania. Sorry.
You don't have the receipt, though.
I understand, but I didn't know that I need to have receipt.
So how much did you pay for all these?
Oh, you mean carton or
Well, for all of them, if you bought them all at the same time, you'd know how much you'd spend.
No, we didn't buy them at the same time.
You see, if you don't have the money to buy them all at once, that suggests to me that you're bringing them here to sell them to make money.
No, she didn't.
Well, that's how it comes across to us as customs officers. So here you've got 4,800. How long will that take us to get through those?
Few months.
But Hazel has spotted something else that adds more doubt to the story.
The number on the side here is exactly the same on all of these.
On all of them.
That would lead me to believe that you bought them all at the same time and that you bought them all in the same place.
4,000. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
so
4.
now she's bought them all at the same time, has she? So now you're changing your story.
I didn't have any story, okay?
You told me that she bought them on different days, and now you've just spoken to her again, and now you're changing what you're telling me. You can't expect me to believe you now. Because of the things you've told me and the things that we found out, we are seizing the cigarettes from you, okay? Seizing yours from you, seize your cigarettes from you. We believe that you're bringing them here to sell. If you can provide me with the paperwork that proves that you bought them in Lithuania and that they're tax paid, that's a different matter.
Tell you, I don't have anybody in Lithuania who still have my receipts, okay?
The threat of losing her cigarettes is making the woman argumentative.
Saying that I can bring 3,200.
That's if you bring them in from a European Union country, and that's where those cigarettes have originated from. These haven't. These are Russian cigarettes.
But we bought them in Lithuania, okay? And we bring
But
them.
you need to prove that to me.
Okay.
Personally, I think they're probably here to sell them. They're insisting that that's not the case, but she kept changing the things that she was saying to me about how and when they'd bought them, what quantities they'd bought them in, so none of it really made any sense, and she got quite cross by the end of it, I think. It's the way it goes. They're seized, so if she wants to complain, she can do.
At Gatwick Airport, a flight has just arrived from Antigua. Suitcases from the flight are unloaded and checked by sniffer dogs before passengers collect them in the terminal. One female passenger from the flight has raised suspicion. After passing through immigration, she was seen changing her clothes in the toilets. So UK Border Agency officer George has stopped her for questioning.
She actually changed outfits from when I saw her down by immigration when she was getting her passport swiped. When talking to her in the channels, she actually said that it's because she had a long journey and she had some soggy clothes which she needed to change out of. It's a suspicious activity. Normally people would just wait.
George carries out a routine search of the woman's bags.
When she went upstairs, I noticed that she had a carry-on holdall, which sometimes they can actually sneak drugs through their holdalls.
The holdall and its contents are taken away to be x-rayed. Officers will be looking for any hidden concealment. George continues his search of the woman's suitcase.
Yeah, that's okay.
The holdall gets the all clear, but the woman's laptop looks decidedly suspicious.
On the x-ray, it's sort of uneven. As it goes in, it shows that there may be something inside. Yeah.
With concerns there may be drugs hidden in the laptop, it's taken away to a workshop to be properly assessed.
Okay, what's happened? Yeah, we've got a clear image and it shows
It may seem brutal, but the only way to find out if it does contain anything illegal is to break it open. It looks like their hunch was right. Officers discover a package they suspect to be drugs, stuffed inside the laptop. A simple test will be able to confirm their suspicion.
All he's doing now is splitting it to take a small sample, which we can test on this cocaine reagent here, so which will give us an indication as to what type of drug it is.
The reagent will turn blue if the substance is cocaine.
It is there.
With a positive identification for cocaine, the news is now broken to the woman.
carried out an examination of your laptop, and we have found a white substance hidden behind the screen. We've carried out a field test for cocaine, which has come up positive. So the time is 10:19. We're arresting you on suspicion of being involved in the importation of controlled drugs. You do not have to say anything. I'm not. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention blank question, something which you later rely on your court. Do you understand?
As she's led off for further questioning, officers take this opportunity to use the cocaine as a training aid for sniffer dogs.
We try and educate the dogs on live concealment because we can't replicate that. You know, they've spent a lot of effort to sort of hide that concealment in that laptop. We just can't do that with our training samples. So now the dogs, their sort of learning curves just shot right up.
With the game now well and truly up, the woman's attitude begins to change.
This is for Hillary.
She may be laughing now, but all that awaits her is an empty cell. Officers stay with the woman while her belongings are checked in, and she's informed of her rights.
I just need you to sign on that top line for me, please.
Meanwhile, George inspects the cocaine concealment further.
There's a lot of work which has gone into this. This would be actually considered a deep concealment. For a rudimentary way of trying to, I suppose, disguise it from an X-ray was by covering it in foil, but obviously it hasn't worked.
Right, just want to take your shoes off and put them here.
As the woman is checked into her cell, she starts to vent her frustration.
And if you do need us, in here. Just listen to me. Let us know if you need anything else.
Would you like to see the part of the block with the film, right? You want to see that part?
That's it. She's getting a bit upset now. When she was stopped, even when her computer was being x-rayed and everything, she was quite calm. But everyone's different. Everyone reacts in different ways, so there is no way you can spot a drug smuggler, is it? They come in all shapes and sizes.
One thing left to find out is the weight of the drugs.
So it's coming in at around about 530 grams. So depending on its purity, it could actually be quite substantial.
With an estimated value of £25,000, it's been a very successful day for the officers. Less so for the woman, who will have plenty of time to contemplate her actions.